For many months now, election polling in the United States has shown Barack Obama and Mitt Romney in a closer than expected race. As the candidates crisscross the country fighting for every vote, Laura Carlson tells us how this year the number of votes may not be the deciding factor.
The drama of the U.S. presidential election is approaching the last act, with both major candidates fighting vote by vote in the battleground states. In the rest of the world, people are interested, but not obsessed. With U.S. citizens about to cast their ballots, the polls show Barack Obama and Mitt Romney neck and neck in the final stretch, separated by less than 2 percentage points. It won't be the first time that the popular vote has split evenly, largely along party and class lines. President Obama would be sweating, despite a premature winter, if it weren't for the Electoral College. As the popular vote remains too close to call, Obama enjoys a comfortable lead in the Electoral College system, where the states he stands to win contribute large numbers of delegates. Then there's the storm factor. After Sandy, the sub-hurricane, ripped through the East Coast, people in many states are still dealing with the aftermath of floods, power outages, and destruction. In states along the hard-hit eastern seaboard, considered safe for the Democrats, voters may decide not to bother to vote. That would cut into Obama's popular vote while leaving his Electoral College advantage unchanged. We could be looking at another election in which the Electoral College contradicts the results of the ballot box. If that happens, Romney backers will complain, but if there are no accusations of foul play, as there were in 2000, they'll have to accept the outcome as part of the nation's peculiar democratic system. Throughout the campaigns, Latin America has hardly come up. All eyes are on Iran, the Middle East, China, or Northern Africa. Latin America, the U.S.'s closest neighbor, was mentioned only once in the foreign policy debate, when Romney alluded to its largely untapped potential as a trade partner. Within Latin America, the press and public have been relatively ho-hum about this year's ritual to choose the ruler of the global superpower, especially when compared to the 2008 election, when the region looked to Obama to remap relations after the widely resented Bush foreign policy. According to a Gallup International poll, people in Latin America heavily favor Obama, although many are disappointed with his administration's record in the region. After promising to rethink free trade agreements to consider the public good and fairer terms, his administration has actively promoted the same NAFTA model, and U.S. militarization in the region has spread under the banner of the war on drugs. Some believe Obama bowed to the constraints of the political system around him. Others think that, perhaps without the worry about re-election, he'll be bolder in charting a new course for Latin American policy during a second term. In any case, few people would argue that there would be no difference between Romney and Obama. The Romney platform to fight narco-terrorism in the region sounds ominous and out of touch with the real challenges Latin Americans face. Like it or not, and many do not, U.S. elections determine geopolitics throughout the Western Hemisphere. Tuesday's results will send a signal to other nations of what to expect for the next 4 years. For America's Now, I'm Laura Carlson.
One final note. Both U.S. presidential candidates already have teams of lawyers in place ready to litigate in the event that the results of Tuesday's election are too close to call and require a recount.